Hi, my name is Anne, and on this week's Wellness Wednesday, we will be exploring a deep relaxation practice for people experiencing chronic pain. And I want to talk a little bit about chronic pain first, because you would think that people experiencing pain all the time would build up a tolerance to pain, but actually it's quite the opposite. The brain doesn't work that way. So when the brain is exposed to an initial stimuli that is in a disease state or injury, it begins to change. We call this neuroplasticity, but sometimes those changes can be maladaptive, and over time the person will become more sensitive to pain. So even the most benign stimuli will be painful in their view. So it's all about perception. And these neural pathways in the brain that I'm talking about, in yoga terminology, we could actually equate those to what we call samskaras, which are engravings of the past. So with the practice, we are working on adapting and breaking through old habits of the brain, of the neurons, of the samskaras, to be more conducive and helpful for the person or for you to deal with chronic pain and maybe even perceive it as less painful in general. So join me for this Yoga Nidra. We'll be working with left brain, right brain, challenging the brain to do new things, and deep relaxation to help manage pain. I want you to get as comfortable as possible. You could be lying down on the floor, and I'll show you a way to do that with some support from the bolster and a blanket. But if you'd like to do this in bed to ease pain, then that's totally okay. Do anything you need to be as comfortable as possible. Bringing the bolster under the knees and the blanket under the head. Do any wiggles you need to get the low back settled, the shoulders, and as symmetrical as possible. And if you need to adjust, do so as you gently close the eyes. Finding a pose you can release into. However, protecting and honoring your body, and if you feel like you need to readjust through the practice, feel free. Trying to find stillness, but understanding even that is dynamic from within. Hearing all the sounds around us. Far in the distance, up closer. In the room. Perhaps even sensing the sound of your own breath, the feel of your breath. Feel the body lying here breathing. The weight of your body, your bones and muscles surrendering to gravity. Coming to a place of releasing and witnessing. Letting go into the surface below you. And throughout this process, witnessing or observing whatever comes up. Without judgment of yourself or body. Compassion for the body and mind. Allow my words to become yours as you set an intention for the practice. I will surrender to this process without judgment. I will surrender to this process without judgment. I will surrender to this process without judgment. And adding any personal intention or simply mentally soaking in this intention. And diving a bit deeper to your deepest longing, your purpose. What is worth living for? It may be for peace, love, family, being in service, or whatever speaks to you. And bringing this statement or purpose into the present tense as an affirmation. I am. I am peaceful, or I am peace, or I am at service. Go with whatever speaks to your heart. Repeating this, embodying this, and trusting that this affirmation is what you need today. Allowing yourself to be washed over with ease and a sense of safety. And cultivating this through feeling it as a part of you, or imagining being peaceful, perhaps in a comfortable place or a time in your life, or perhaps imagining being with a person that makes you feel safe and comfortable. Bring yourself to this sense. Safe, comfortable, peaceful, in this internal safe haven that you have access to within. Recruiting all your senses to feel, to allow even a moment of this, a glimpse of this. And recognizing that this safe haven is always there, that there is a clear blue sky even when there are gray clouds that seem to cover and mask the sky. When distractions, pain, along with frustration, worry, come to the mind, they're just masking this vast blue sky. Feeling the breath gently moving through the nostrils. Feeling the lips gently touching each other. And allowing the jaw to drop, release, droop even. Eyes sinking back, allowing worry lines on the forehead to melt away. Feel this. Feeling the whole head inside and out, relaxing, mind and brain, release. Allowing a wave of relaxation to travel through the scalp, to the neck and shoulders. Shoulders release as if a weight is being taken off the shoulders. The full attention traveling to the left shoulder, feeling a sense of unraveling from the inside out of the left shoulder. Attention traveling to the left upper arm, elbow joint, forearm, wrist, all the little bones of the wrist, and the hand, and the finger joints. the whole left hand. Still yet filled with radiant sensation. The whole left hand and arm and shoulder all at once. Allowing the attention to travel to the right shoulder, feeling it unraveling, imagining, unraveling from the inside out. Right upper arm, elbow joint, forearm, the right wrist and all the little bones of the wrist, and hand. The bones and joints of the right fingers. The whole right hand. Still yet filled with vibrations, sensations, pulsating even. Attention traveling back over to the left hand, feeling it fully. And then back over to the right hand. And left. And holding the attention and the feelings of both hands simultaneously, as if they're holding sensation, vibration, dancing flow, both hands and arms simultaneously. The attention traveling to the chest and heart center, rib cage, front and back, side to side. Inside out. The belly and lower back. And the breath moving the belly, lower back, chest and upper back, the whole torso. Without judgment, noticing the whole area, the level of vibration, sensation that's present. Wherever the energy is flowing and wherever it may feel stagnant, if it does. Breathing into the back and the front of the torso. Attention traveling to the pelvis, inside out, around the hips, noticing intensity of vibration, sensation, flow. Just witnessing. The thighs, front and back, to the knees, compassionately observing the knees. Noticing levels of vibration, sensation. from the knees to the ankles, ankles and feet, filled with the attention and sensation. Allowing the consciousness to travel throughout the body. Feeling the body as a whole, breathing itself. Automatic and natural. Beginning to bring a count to the breath. Counting backwards from 10. So inhaling, exhaling, 10. Inhaling, exhaling, 9. So you'll continue this at your own pace, counting backwards from 10 to 1. And if you finish or lose count, simply start back at 10. Keep counting. Alert but releasing as you count. And letting go of the count, bringing the awareness to the exhales, feeling a sense of heaviness with each exhale, sinking and surrendering, letting go a little bit more with each exhale, heavy. And then bringing the awareness to the inhales and cultivating a sense of openness and space with each inhale, becoming lighter and more spacious, as if floating. Spaciousness in the breath and in the joints and in the mind. Lightness. And then coming back to that sense of heaviness and focus on the exhale, release, letting go. And once again, lightness, space, inhaling, floating. With each inhale, a little bit lighter. And exploring, seeing if you can cultivate that heaviness and lightness at the same time. Sinking and floating simultaneously in the body, in the mind. And allowing the consciousness to travel through the body. Notice any areas that the mind is spontaneously drawn to. Perhaps if there are any areas that feel stuck, heightened sensation, vibration, tightness, and tense. Any particular places that are speaking to you, bringing your attention to them fully. And observe with compassion that area or those areas, without judgment to the area or yourself, or to any emotions or feelings that surround or may arise. Just noticing. Witnessing what comes up, if anything. Breathe into that. And see if you can imagine the opposite of that feeling or that sensation or emotion. What would that feel like? Perhaps where do you feel that in your body? Maybe a sense of openness, peace, ease. Perhaps you can imagine or feel it in the same place, or maybe somewhere else in the body. Notice and cultivate a sense of openness, space, ease. Breathe into that. Allow emotions or feelings to arise along with that. Observing. And gently coming back to that previous feeling. That first feeling of perhaps stuck, tight, or tense. Notice what it feels like now in the body. Just observe, allow whatever to come up to come up. And then back to its opposite. Ease, space. Whatever that opposite may be. Seeing if you can allow both to exist simultaneously. Existing in the body and mind simultaneously. Imagine and breathe into that. Imagine and feel yourself living out your joy, your purpose in life. What is that like? What will that be like? Imagine and feel that as truth. In the body and mind. And beyond. Resting in pure, spacious awareness. Clear, vast blue skies. Imagine and feeling open, spacious awareness. As an open-minded witness, without judgment, compassionate awareness. Perhaps reaffirming your deepest, truest longing, your purpose. I am. Feeling this purpose as truth. Feeling the breath. Hearing the sound or sensing the breath fully. Hearing other sounds in the room and outside. Becoming more aware of the environment. Feeling a part of it. Feeling your body supported, the areas of contact. Breathing deeper. Noticing changes as you begin to deepen the breath. Gently moving the mouth slightly, maybe just ever so slightly, opening, maybe bringing some more movements into the face, and then into the joints of the fingers and toes. And into other joints that feel like they may need a little bit of movement. As if you're awakening and taking your time. Slowly come out of this.